The M82ES model of OMAX is a binocular compound microscope equipped with 2 eyepieces and 4 objective lenses. Combined together, this microscope allows up to 8 levels of magnification. This model also has some distinct features of its own. First, it has a double-layer mechanical stage. So let me just turn it a little bit to give you a better view. The adjustment knobs can move the stage in the X direction and in the Y direction. In comparison with a single layer stage, the double layer has its adjustment knobs placed at the most convenient place for its users, that is, on the right-hand side under the stage. Also, this model has coaxial coarse and fine focus adjustment knobs on both sides of the microscope. This feature is designed specifically to ease the adjustment required for your observation. As for the illuminator, this model is equipped with LED light. In addition to its long lifetime, the LED bulb produces an evenly distributed light and barely any heat. Also, the brightness can be adjusted very easily to the convenience of its users. Now, on top of these special features, the model is also designed to be adaptable to each user's specific needs. Starting with the sliding interpupillar distance adjustment. The distance can be adjusted from 55 millimeters all the way up to 75 millimeters, depending on each user's interpupillar distance. Also, the ocular diopter can be adjusted on each eye tube. This feature is convenient for users who have different eyesight. Using this adjustment, they can get the clearest focus image possible. The eyepieces also come in 2 sets, the 10 time and the 20 time. As you can see, they can be changed very easily. Moving down to the nosepiece, the revolving nosepiece is mounted by 4 objective lenses. The 4 times magnification, the 10 times, the 40 times spring-loaded, and the 100 times spring-loaded oil objective. So now I'll demonstrate using this slide. So you simply put the slide on the stage, adjust the stage using the double layer mechanical stage and the coarse and fine focus adjustment knob. As you can see, the spring-loaded protects the slides from manipulation accident. On top of this protection, the stage also has an upward moving lock that sets the upper limit of the movement of the stage. So as you can see here, I cannot adjust the stage to a higher level than this. At the bottom, this microscope has a movable condenser. On the condenser, there is a handle that can adjust the iris diaphragm. Also, there is also a filter holder. So here, I'll use the green filter and simply put the filter in the holder and slide it back. As you can see, this M82ES model of OMAX is compact, inexpensive, and has fully loaded features. It is perfect for anyone who wants to do some scientific experimentation or lab works. Today I'll show you how to assemble and adjust a M82ES OMAX microscope. Once you receive your package to mail, open the carton box carefully using a knife or a paper cutter. Inside, you should have a caution letter that has a link to the instruction manual. Make sure to keep it and do not discard it. Now take out the styrofoam container in the box. Now, make sure that to find the up sign with the arrow pointing upward on the styrofoam container and open it. Remove the cover very gently and carefully. Take all the pieces out and place them on a flat and firm surface. In your package, you should have a microscope body, a binocular head, 2 sets of eyepieces, a headlock thumb screw that might already be in place on the microscope body, immersion oil, power adapter, color filter, and a dust cover. So now you're ready to assemble the microscope. First, I'll start with the binocular head. Simply remove the cap on the microscope body and screw the headlock thumb screw in. Very loosely, just a little bit. Now, take the binocular head and remove the cap. And insert the head in the body, like this. Make sure that it's seated completely. And tighten the headlock thumb screw. Now the eyepieces. It is very important to make sure to remove the caps on the eyepiece tubes. And simply take a pair of eyepieces and place them in the tube. Now take the power cord and plug the power cord in the power socket at the back of the microscope and in the power outlet. Turn the switch on, and the assembly of the microscope is now complete. Before using the microscope, you need to make some adjustment. So before doing that, let's start with placing the specimen on the stage. Usually you want to use a slide that is not included in the package of the microscope, but you can purchase them separately. So let's take a slide. In order to place it, first you want to lower the stage to its minimum height using the coarse focus adjustment knob. Place the slide on the stage and gently secure it using the slide holder. You want to make sure that the slide is placed right underneath the objective by using the X and Y adjustment knob. Now, you want to adjust the interpupillary distance. While observing through the eyepieces, hold both eyepiece tubes and slide in and out. When the distance is correct, the left and right field of view should converge to a single one. That is, you'll see a single image instead of two. Now, you also want to adjust the ocular diopter. So first, place the 10 times objective into position and note the interpupillary distance. Rotate the diopter ring to both diopter rings to that number. So in my case, I have 59 as my interpupillary distance. So I simply turn the diopter ring to that number so that the white dot points to 59. And I do the same on the left side. Now, close one of your eyes, let's say the left one, and use your right eye only. Get the image to be focused using the coarse and fine focus adjustment knobs. Once you get it, close your right eye and use your left eye only. Now this time, do not touch the focus adjustment knobs, but only the diopter ring. Adjust it until you get the image focused. Now, specimen might differ in size, so you might want to use different objectives, such as the 40 times or the 100 times. Before using them, make sure that the spring moves smoothly and is not stuck. The proper way of focusing is to start using the 10 times objective. Now use the coarse and fine focus adjustment knobs. Once you get the image focused under the 10 times objective, you can turn the 40 times objective into position. And now only use the fine focus adjustment knob to get the image focused. For the 100 times objective, the same procedure applies. However, you also need to use the immersion oil. In order to do this, simply rotate the revolving nose piece so that the observing position is right between the 40 and 100 times objectives, and add 1 drop of immersion oil on the slide. Now turn the 100 times objective into position and use the fine focus adjustment knobs. to get the image focused. In order to get the optimum conditions for your observation, you can also adjust the condenser and move it up or down, depending on the objectives you're using. So if you're using higher power objectives, you should raise the condenser and lower it when using the 4 or 10 times objectives. You can also change the size of the aperture by moving the error stack frag. And finally, the brightness using the intensity dial. You can also change the color using a color filter and simply place it in the filter holder and slide it under the condenser. Now, once you're done with your observation, you need to clean the 100 times objective and the slide immediately. So simply use a lens paper that is also not included in the microscope package. And clean it very gently like this. Just make sure that there's no more oil on the objective lens. And also the slide. So when you're using the 100 times objective, you have to use it with the oil. But when using it, make sure that the 40 times that does not require the oil is dry and does not touch the oil. Otherwise, it will damage the objective. Now, if you want to use the other pair of eyepieces, simply remove the 10 times eyepieces and place the 20 times into the eyepiece 2. If you want to use a camera, then simply remove one of the eyepiece and place the camera into the eyepiece 2. Now that you have everything settled, you can enjoy observing under your M82 ES OMAX microscope.
Alright, thank you so much for watching, and just before you go, you maybe know this already, but I have a free newsletter at findcalm.com/Sunday where I share some ideas on this topic and also some intentional and unintentional ASMR pics. So you can find this at findcalm.com/Sunday. And also I've written a free book called 7 Habits of Calm and Happy People, which I'd like to give to you. And you can find this at findcalm.com/book. Thank you so much.